Good morning. Cubs won yesterday. They beat the Dodgers. Dodgers are were like 7-0, 6-0, something like that. Um, Close game, 3-1, I think. Looked like quite a few people attended the game. It was cold there in Wrigley, but the Chicago baseball season has officially begun. Hope you had a good week. Hope you took my advice and didn't look at your 401k or there you go. It was a brutal week. Um, I hope there's no victims out there. I mean, we've been advising you guys or pointing out that something like this has been coming for a while. Been coming for a while. Um, I have a sneaking suspicion our economy is got some major issues that have been let's say glossed over, covered up. Um, yeah, I don't know if you've been. There's a couple of YouTubers out there talking about Fannie and Freddie Mac, the home mortgage organizations of Washington D.C. have been um, dealing with some high rate of failed mortgages and kicking that down the road. Um, I've seen several videos the last couple of months about that, and kind of scary because the 2008 financial crisis began with a mortgage problem. Let's just call it that. And that was some scary times. That was some scary times. If you want to learn about the great financial crisis of 2008, go back and check Wikipedia out. It'll make a good read, get you up to speed on what happened. I had a friend at the time who was in the mortgage industry for Washington. I think who was working for Washington Mutual, and they had they had several floors in an office over in Schaumburg. I was in Schaumburg yesterday. Shout out to Brian M. and our friends at Hooters. Hooters still there, guys. Hooters still there. Let's hope they can survive. Sounds like they got a plan to come out of bankruptcy. I'm not sure it's going to help, but they're kicking the can down the road on that one. But anyway, getting back to the mortgage, they had hundreds of people in office desk, just row after row of desk in Schaumburg, and they were processing loan applications, and they had quotas that they had to meet. They had so many mortgages they had to get processed and documented so they could get it out to Wall Street to buy on a daily basis. He said it was crazy, but really, what the crazy point was is he said a lot of them didn't qualify or they were what they call no docs, where um, you didn't require you to document what your income was. You just had stated income. You would tell them that you made $1 million a year, um, and you didn't, and they still give you the loan. There was so much money flowing, and Wall Street wanted these mortgages so bad. They had, like I said, they had quotas, so it all came tumbling down. It all came tumbling down one day, and um, yeah, it's well documented. Well documented. It was a complex thing. They had securitized all these loans, and there was all sorts of issues. There was fraudulent rating of these loans, and banks were buying this stuff, and mutual funds were buying it. They weren't these bundles of loans weren't what they were being told exactly. They were being lied to, and it was a mess, guys. It was a mess. So we'll see what happens on Monday. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of eager people watching futures Sunday night. I think they start around 7 o'clock Central, doing the futures, and see where the market's headed on Monday. Let's hope that it can turn around. But I'm sure there's a lot of sad stories out there. I lost money. Tell you, I lost a good. Well, you only lose money if you sell. But on paper, I lost a ton of money, even though I was prepared, right? I still had risk. I still had risk. So, there, you're not a victim. You're not a victim. That's a victimhood is a liberal thing, folks. So if you're watching this channel, you're not a victim. You're not a victim. You should be prepared. You should be prepared. We all should be prepared. We should all be prepared for things that we don't even know about. We should all be prepared for whatever it is that's coming our way, whether it's a tornado, natural catastrophe, self-made crisis, um, you name it. Yeah, don't be screaming about it. Don't be screaming about it. Be prepared. I'm telling you, you got to be prepared. Um, and when you do get hit with a a bad situation like happened to me in 2008, you do something about it. You do something about it. If you've been watching this channel, I mean, we lost big on paper. We lost big time. I was a millionaire one day, and woke up the next day and I was no longer a millionaire. That's how drastic the 2008 crisis was. Um, I mean, back then the Dow was, I don't know, it was like maybe it went from like 20,000 to 10,000 or something like that. I'm sure Wikipedia has it documented, but um, the Dow Jones went down like 40%. Yeah, 40 in a couple of like 2 3 weeks. It was crazy. It was crazy. Um, so I didn't cry about it. What did I do? Um, the great financial crisis was impotence for me to um, engage a financial planner and help me regroup things and and move ahead and move ahead. And I'm glad that we did that. It cost us some money. We did that for about 5 to 6 years. After that, we had quarterly meetings with financial planners on a quarterly basis, and we spent some money. It cost. I think we were spending like, $2,500 to $3,000 a year out of our funds, engaging these financial planners who would review our portfolio every quarter, make adjustments every quarter, and move on. And it helped. It helped. They helped create um, a process, showed us some tools that they had, and it energized our portfolio and brought it back to a respectable level. But it took years. It took years. Um, and But it helped. It helped educate me too. So now I do that myself. I don't pay these guys to sit with me every quarter and tell me what to do. It helped educate me. It helped educate Susie Q. Susie Q's got a great financial mind. She can manage her own money. If you're a female out there, can you manage your money? If you can't, that's a scary situation. So I urge you all to take what's happening right now and use it as a learning event, and to come out of this better than you were before. Hopefully, you guys are learning something on this channel. I don't know. If you got questions, comment down below. More than happy to answer them for you. But this channel is about having fun, ringing the bell on a daily basis, and learning a little bit. There you go. There you go. Drum roll, please. So that's all I got for you this morning. That's all I got for you this morning. Get your financial house in order. I wish you would have had it in order prior to today. Maybe some of you did, but I bet you a lot of people got caught by surprise. And you shouldn't have. Mr. T, I don't have him here with me this morning, but Mr. T told us what he was going to do, right? He told us what it was going to do. He told us could be painful, and it is. It's going to be a little painful, but this is for the good of the country, guys. We're saving our country. Mr. T is saving our country. Let me say that again. Mr. T is saving our country for us. So a little bit of pain on our part is the least of what we should be worried about. So hang in there. Hang in there. It was a rough week for me. It was a rough week for a lot of people. So you're not in the boat by yourself, but you need to be ready. Get those preps ready. Get your pantry expanded. Buy some extra cans of soup. Get yourself some rice. Stock up and be ready for what's coming. And no one knows what exactly is coming. And but there's something coming. Something coming. So you need to be ready for it. Over and out. It's DJ Wonder Chrissy. Like, share, and subscribe. Smash that bell. Smash that bell and you'll be reminded every time we drop a new video, and we drop quite a few videos. Check out the shorts I just dropped. Did a Wally Mart tour. Yeah, we did spend some time shopping at Wally Mart. It was fun. Yeah, Wally Mart's always a great video opportunity. Over and out, it's the DJ. Thanks for tuning in, guys.